friends, this is Lisa with Live and Let Stamp. Haven't put out a video for a little while. My husband and I took a dream vacation to France for 3 weeks. Went to Paris, went to the Alps. It was fabulous. But I'm back and so happy to finally be able to dig into this awesome set called Cheerful Daisies. It's a great suite. And today I'm going to be making this card using the Cheerful Daisies bundle. I'm actually going to be using the whole suite. And in the suite you get the bundle, which includes the stamps, the dies, which I like to put on my magnetic sheets that I get from Amazon, and then just fit them right in here inside the set. So they're always together. It also comes with this fabulous DSP. Just want to give you a little sneak peek at these papers. So this is one you can cut out the different shapes and just have a ready-made card element right there for you. And that's what the back looks like. And then you have this one. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really thrilled with this suite at first because I didn't really like the colors. But if you go on Pinterest and start looking at the cards that people are making with these papers, they are just so pretty. So I broke down and got the suite. This is a beautiful one using the new mauve and wheat colors, the new ink colors. Really, really pretty. And the back has that wheat color that picks up that element in the paper. And then this is full panels. Be great for a scrapbook page or just to cut out and make some card fronts. And on the back you have this brown. And then we have our greens and our yellows right here in this paper with a blue brushed background. And then the paper we're going to be using today, which is this bright, colorful yellow with the garden green. It's crushed curry, it's lemon lolly, and that's what the back looks like. We won't be using the back today, but these are beautiful papers. We're going to start out by making our card base, and we're going to be using crushed curry for the card base, which matches the color of some of the flowers in this particular design. So we're just going to make a regular A2 card, 5.5. And then we're going to fold that at 4.25. So we're going to use that scoring blade to get a nice fold. You remember, you always want to bury the bump. So there's the bump. You want to bury it, so you want to fold toward it. So sometimes I get asked, which way do you fold it after you use the scoring blade? I'm just going to use my bone folder to get a nice crease on that. Perfect. The next element, we're going to be using the brick wall embossing folder. And this is a 3D embossing folder, which means it gives you a really nice, thick emboss. And that is going to be using the basic white at 5.25 by 4. The 3D embossing folders are so simple to use in the Stampin' Up machine because the sandwich is just the basic plate, and you get this this gray plate number 4. So you just put the paper inside that you want to emboss. bricks to go across that way. And then you just put that on top and run it through. And there's our brick wall. And you can see it's very authentic looking because some of the bricks stick out further than the others. You can see that texture there. And it just looks so nice on our card base. For the next layer, we're gonna use this DSP. And the cool thing about this particular card design is this piece is 4 inches by 3 inches, which means you can cut from a 12 by 12 sheet, 12 of these layers. You can make 12 of these cards using just that one sheet of DSP, which is super cool. So I have already cut that to 4 by 3. The next element I'm gonna cut out is this yellow square. And I'm gonna be using the new Lemon Lolly color. This is just a very pale, bright yellow, and it's in the paper right there. So it's just like a little accent on the flowers, and it looks really nice there. I'm gonna be using my Stylish Shapes dies. Love these dies. Still haven't found my big banner die, yikes. And I loved it so much. I'm gonna be using the squares though today, and I'm gonna use the second largest square. If you don't have these, you could use any other shape you'd like, or if you just wanna cut this, it would be 2 3/8 square, 2 3/8 square. But I'm gonna go ahead and use this second largest Stylish Shapes square. And there it is. I like the Stylish Shapes because I really like the dots along the side. I think they're really pretty. Now we need to cut out our daisy and our leaves. So for the daisy, I'm using the dies, using these two right here. And I'm gonna cut both of those out just in basic white. So to get the yellow center, I'm gonna use the crushed curry. And I'm gonna use this stamp, this larger of the two inside flower stamps, and it is right here. Whoa. And I've got my, this is letter A Stampin' block, perfect size. Now to figure out exactly where this spot needs to go, I need to go ahead and lay this where it goes. So you can see it's gonna fit right in there. So I need to put it about like that. Whoa. Ah. Let's get some ink. Eyeball it right about there. Perfect. So I wanted to have a little bit of yellow. I didn't really like all this white right here. I wanted to put a little more of that crushed curry. And the perfect thing to do that with are these blending brushes. This is the mini blending brush. There are two sizes. There's the larger one and the smaller one. But the smaller one is gonna work really, really well. So I'm just gonna put it here, get a little bit of ink, and just dab it on. And just like that. It looks so much better. And I'm just gonna try it there. I think I might want a little bit more. take a look. Yeah, I think that looks nice. So I'm ready to glue that on. There. Pretty. Now for the leaves. So I wanted die cut leaves, but I didn't have just a leaf die cut in this set. I'm sure I have it in another set somewhere. But where I do have it is on this rather large die. Got them right there. And this actually turned out really, really well. Because you'll see I didn't glue down the actual leaves because I like them to be able to like float. So you get a good 3D effect, you get some shadowing there. So here's the trick. I use this. I took some garden green and I'm gonna lay this on where I get the leaves and a little bit more, okay, like this. Don't need to cut out the whole thing, but I'm gonna cut this out. So I'm gonna go ahead and trim this down. And I'm gonna do this twice. So I've cut out my leaves and they have this little bit of extra bit on them. It's gonna allow me to glue that down and let the leaves float. So I'm just gonna lay this on. That's where I want my flower. So I want the leaves kind of like that. So I'm gonna carefully lift this up. Kind of eyeball where that is. I'm just gonna glue this part right here. And this one right here. Double check that. Yep, that's gonna work. And I'm gonna go ahead and glue down my flower. Like so. Now I'm ready to put it all together. So I have my card base, I have my brick wall. When you have an embossed piece like this, sometimes if you only put adhesive, say in the corners, you will get some buckling of the embossing. Just, it's the nature of the beast. So I'm gonna use a string of glue all the way around the edge. Not too close to the edge though, so it doesn't stream out. Okay, I want that flower to look this way, this way. I think that way looks right. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal on this one. And then my flower layer. For the sentiment for this set, you have, you made my day, oopsie daisy, so sorry, wishing you the brightest birthday, and your friendship means everything. And the die set comes with the die for your label or sentiment, which is awesome. So this one was oopsie daisy. I think I'm gonna make today's card a birthday card. So that is going to be this stamp. I'm going to use the C stamping block to do the sentiment. I still have a little room here on this white that I cut the daisies out of. Because this is photopolymer, I'm going to want to put some cushioning under it. I'm going to get my Stampin' Up foam layer here. Wishing you the brightest birthday. You see that's gonna fit right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this out and do the die cut. Okay, I have my sentiment cut out with the die, and I'm going to put that on with some dimensionals, give it a little bit of dimension for the card. Just need to put 2 dimensionals. And now for the finishing touch. The suite comes with the stamps and dies, the designer series paper, and with some bling. I always love my bling. So you get these really pretty faceted dots. You can see there you can see the glimmer. And you get 3 sizes of each one, small, medium, and large. So I decided to put on one of each. So I use my take your pick tool, put on a large one, a medium one, and a small one. Et voila. So we have our oopsie daisy and our wishing you the brightest birthday. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you're interested in purchasing this suite, it's in the 2023-2024 annual catalog. It is on page 110. Happy stampin'!